the shared resolve of Pakistan and Qatar to further elevate their strategic partnership across all areas of mutual interest. Moving to the engagements of the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar. As you know, he's on the official visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia from 26 to 28 February to participate in the extraordinary session of the OIC Executive Committee. We issued a curtain raiser to this visit yesterday. And as you know, this meeting has been convened to consider the illegal decision of the Israeli occupation authorities aimed at expanding settlements, pursuing annexation, and attempting to impose Israel's sovereignty over the occupied West Bank. In the ministerial session of this OIC event, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister will share Pakistan's perspective on this latest illegal measure by Israel to convert areas of occupied West Bank into the so-called state land. And as you may have seen, on this particular issue of Israel's illegal moves in the occupied West Bank, Pakistan joined a joint statement issued by our 8 other by 8 other countries. We also issued a joint statement on the statement by the US ambassador to Israel. We were in it with Egypt, Jordan, UAE, Indonesia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Syria and Lebanon, and of course Palestine, along with the Secretariat of the OIC and the League of Arab States, strongly condemning the remarks by the US ambassador to Israel, suggesting that it would be acceptable for Israel to control territories belonging to the Arab states, including the occupied West Bank. They described this comment as dangerous, inflammatory, and clear violation of the international law and UN threaten regional security and stability. Pakistan also joined a joint statement on a related topic. This was by OIC, Islamic, and certain European and other world countries. This included Secretary General of the Arab League, the Secretary General of the OIC, and other countries, including Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Brazil, France, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Indonesia, Ireland, Egypt, the Luxembourg, Norway, Palestine, Portugal, Qatar, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, and the UAE. And basically, we condemned in strongest terms the serious Israeli decisions that introduce sweeping extension to unlawful Israeli control over the West Bank. Changes in this statement, we described these changes as wide-ranging and amounting to reclassifying Palestinian land as so-called Israel state land, accelerating illegal settlement activity, and further entrenching Israeli administration. Thank you very much.
तर्जुमान दफ्तर खारजा ताहिर हुसैन अंद्राबी मीडिया को ब्रीफ कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि वज़ीर-ए-आज़म शहबाज शरीफ ने अमीर कतर की दावत पर कतर का दौरा किया है और वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने अमीर कतर को दौरा पाकिस्तान की दावत दी है। दोनों ममालिक के दरमियान दिलचस्पी के बाहमी शोबों पर बातचीत भी हुई।
And the victims of this tragedy are still awaiting justice. What are your comments about it?
Yes, this is the 19th anniversary of this attack, in which scores of civilians, including Pakistani civilians, were the casualties figures, fatality figures. We express our severe disappointment at Indian government's callousness towards the plight of the families of the Pakistani national and these other nationals, including Indian nationals, who await justice even after the passage of so many years, 19 years. This callous response confirms India's role as an official and political accomplice in the heinous terrorist attack carried out on its soil against innocent civilians, and as I said, Pakistanis and others alike. In this regard, the government of Pakistan condemns the shameless acquittal and exoneration of all four perpetrators, including one Swami Asimanand, who publicly confessed being the mastermind of this heinous attack, Lieutenant Colonel Purohit, a serving Indian Army officer, and Sadhvi Prayaga Singh Thakur. We are alarmed that the Hindutva extremism and saffron terror that had motivated this inhumane attack 19 years ago has intensified manifold under the current regime in India. The government of Pakistan demands a fair trial of that the perpetrators and abettors of Samjauta terrorist attack be brought to justice. The families of innocent Pakistani nationals mercilessly killed at the hands of the Hindutva motivated extremists deserve justice. And let me add that India routinely indulges in anti-Pakistan propaganda, including by exploiting the boogie of terrorism. And in this backdrop, India's own systemic exoneration of the perpetrators of Samjauta terrorist attack is yet another example of Indian duplicity and state sponsorship of terrorism against Pakistan. Thank you. Ji sir, at the back.
Thank you, sir. Zafar Malik from Manichi newspaper. That the basic purpose was, although one of the agenda point was to indirect communication with the Afghan government after recent clashes. So what are your comments?
The Prime Minister's office has issued a detailed press release on the meeting that took place. I have also briefed you on this subject. The regional issues were discussed, including Afghanistan, and this is what I can confirm at this stage. Ji, Pracha sir.
Thank you so much, Excellency. Two questions. You just talked about bogey of terror from India. When Pakistan, in its self-defense, had a strikes against terror camps inside Afghanistan, the Indian External Ministry issued a statement which in fact condemned Pakistan. So when so many voices, they are raising concerns about Pakistan's self-defense rights that was exercised duly, what's your comment, sir? My second question is that on the sideline of, or on the eve of Board of Peace meeting in Washington, 5 countries, they have committed the troops for ISF. So whether Pakistan is actively considering or waiting for the question that Marco Rubio said, we owe certain answers to Pakistani question, what is the status of our decision, sir? Thank you.
First of all, on your
तर्जुमान दफ्तर खारजा ताहिर हुसैन अंद्राबी मीडिया ब्रीफिंग दे रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि अमीर कतर ने दौरे पाकिस्तान की दावत कबूल कर ली है और अमीर कतर अवाज साल के आखिर में पाकिस्तान का दौरा करेंगे। इसके साथ उन्होंने कहा कि वज़ीर आज़म और अमीर कतर के दरमियान आला सतह पर बातचीत हुई है। इसराइली इक़दामात ख़ित्ते में अमन के लिए ख़तरा हैं। भारत पाकिस्तान में दहशत गर्दी में मुलव्विस है और उन्होंने कहा कि इसराइली इक़दामात ख़ित्ते में अमन के लिए ख़तरा हैं। इसराइली इक़दामात के ख़ित्ते में अमन के लिए ख़तरा है, ये कहा गया है तर्जुमान दफ्तर खारिजा की जानिब से। और उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि जो मुलाकात हुई है उसमें बाहमी दिलचस्पी की दरमियान जो बातचीत थी वो की गई है और दोनों ममालिक पाकिस्तान और कतर के जो दरमियान मुख्तलिफ मुआहदे हैं उन पर भी गुफ्तगू हुई, उनके हवाले से भी जो है वो बातचीत की गई थी। अमीर कतर ने दौरे पाकिस्तान की दावत को कबूल किया जबकि वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ की जानिब से उनको दी गई थी और वज़ीर आज़म और अमीर कतर के दरमियान आला सतह की रवाबित बढ़ाने पर भी इत्तफ़ाक़ हुआ है। बाहमी दिलचस्पी के शोबों में भी मुख्तलिफ रवाबित बढ़ाने पर बातचीत की गई है। आपको बताएं कि वज़ीर-ए-आज़म शहबाज शरीफ की लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल शहजादा गुल फराज शहीद के घर मानसहरा आमद, वज़ीर-ए-आज़म की शहीद की वालिदा, अहलिया और